Hey guys, so I realized that I made a pre-tonsillectomy vlog about three and a half years ago or so, and I didn't make a post-operative one. I made a pre-operative but not a post-operative, so this is kind of like my 3.5 years later, what's happened since then, updates. Let's see here. After the tonsillectomy and whatnot, they kind of did the basic stuff. IV in the hospital and get them out and they're in recovery, go home the same day. Well, I wasn't supposed to go home the same day. I was actually supposed to stay the night, and the nurse that released me wasn't aware that she was supposed to transfer me to the main hospital because I got my tonsils taken out in an independent part of the hospital. They were supposed to admit me to the main one, and they didn't do that and stuff, so I got home and I was gagging on my uvula because that was swollen from surgery, and they probably put something in it, I don't know. But I got that done the day before I turned 17, so January 18th I got that done. And recovery, I really want to say it was an easy recovery. I don't want to be scaring anybody and whatnot, but if there's one thing my body knows how to do, it's how to screw me over. And if I keep leaning over there, by the way, it's because I'm waiting for my friend to come out and picking her up from work. So I'm not driving right now. Yeah, like my body, it didn't recover very well, and I apologize if I sound kind of raspy. I'm battling allergies. I didn't take any allergy medicine today. But yeah, my recovery was hard and long. I had my surgery on the second to last day of the semester. And then my birthday was the last day of the semester, and I was at home on that. I didn't go to school the entire next week, which I had only taken a week and a half off school. That's how the homework I had was for a week and a half, and I was out the entire next week of school as well. And so I was out 2.5 weeks from school instead of only a week and a half, and anybody that's been in high school knows you're gone, you miss everything. You miss all its homework, your assignments get changed, yada yada yahoo. Boy, was that fun. Not. Day one of recovery, I kept up on my pain meds, kept up my antibiotics, tried staying ahead of the pain as best I could. I don't remember much. I really do not remember coming home from the hospital. I remember going out of the hospital and getting in the car, and my dad sitting in the back seat while my mom drove us home. And I remember we left. I can't remember if we left at the same time as my siblings went to school, if my little sister went to school, or if we left just after or just before. But I know that I was home before my little sister was home from school. And so from there, like from home, all I really remember was, this was middle of winter. My friend Kira, my best friend that I'm picking up from work actually, she came over the day before, kind of was like a little bit of like a pre-birthday surprise thing. And I was just so out of it from surgery. I was so groggy. I was excessively tired. And I did not know what to do. It was just like, I told her, like, I appreciate you coming over. I know it's with good intentions, but honestly, I'm just kind of like out of it. And she's like, yeah, I understand. Like, you just had major surgery. And I'm glad she understood, because I was loopier than hell. I do not remember much. I remember I was on clear fluids for a good week and a half. No, first day was clear fluids. Afterwards I could start eating actual substances, like mashed potatoes and macaroni and cheese and Jell-O, which apparently is classified as a clear liquid. Did not know that. I didn't know that. Let's see what else was there. That night though, my then boyfriend, my now ex-boyfriend Dustin, he came over with a gallon of ice cream, a saucer of ice cream from the pizza place he worked at. And it was from everyone at Jimmy's, and he knew I couldn't have ice cream. My ENT told me, no ice cream, no dairy, it's gonna make you flabby, it's gonna prolong your surgery. Well, or prolong your recovery rather. well, when I went back there from how much bleeding I had and how dry my throat was, because they didn't factor in, hey, middle of winter. Yeah. He told me that I should not listen to him and actually had ice cream. It's like, I was just listening to your orders, so. But, let's see here. My birthday, I don't remember much. I remember my sister took my dry erase board. I think that was probably the day I was in the most pain, because it's when all the anesthesia wore off. I was more aware of what was going on. It was not a good time. My birthday, I woke up several times throughout the night. It seemed like every night for a week and a half or so, I woke up between the hours of 2 and 4 a.m. So usually around 3 a.m. I'd be up from my sore throat and whatnot. And so I'd have to wake up and take some... I had Capital with codeine. I guess it's just like Tylenol and codeine. I don't know what it really is, per se. It's a heavy-duty painkiller, I know that much. And I was on that for about 3 days, and surgery it's enough to make you not want to eat. You just don't feel right, your stomach's all in weird knots. And mine definitely was that. I don't quite remember what all happened, really, like I said, but I remember the painkillers they gave me were just too strong for me. I know that sounds weird, like, you just had surgery on your throat, how can something be too strong for a painkiller? Let me tell you, it's pretty easy, apparently, because we wound up calling up my surgeon and talked to his nurse, and then we also talked to my surgeon, who was also my ENT, and my parents were kind of just like, the medication you gave her, like, it's making her nauseous. She's dry heaving, she doesn't have anything in her stomach, so she can't throw up. There was nothing in my stomach, so I couldn't throw up. She hasn't eaten and stuff, like, she's losing way too much weight, like, what should we be doing? Anyway, to combat the nauseousness. And I wasn't allowed to have bubbles, so no ginger ale, everything tasted off with my surgery. And my doctor, my nurse, and my dad, who's an LPN, they all, like, were doing the calculations for how much liquid children's Tylenol I should be given then. Because it was clear that the Capital and codeine wasn't going to work. It was making me way too sick, so I just couldn't handle it. And so I wound up taking 4 teaspoons every 3 to 5 hours, I think it was, or 4 to 6 hours, something like that, when needed for pain. And that's when I was actually able to kind of more or less start eating. I still lost like 14 pounds over the course of like 10 days, but like I was beginning to eat food again and stuff. I was sipping on water, Powerade and Gatorade and all that aid stuff, that stuff, those energy power drinks, whatever they're called. They were just too heavy for me. There are honestly even some days where they're still too heavy for me. I know it sounds weird, but it's like just the fluidity of them, I guess. Like, it's heavier, I guess. It's heavier than water, is how I can explain it. Yeah, but afterwards, the next, oh geez, I don't even remember the next week or so. I remember my dad trying to get me to do my geometry homework. And I took one look at it and I'm just like, this is not gonna work. And my dad's like, why? I'm like, we're starting polynomials, and then, like, we had started a brand new chapter. Our final was on the end of one chapter. So, semester 2 started, quarter 3. I had no idea what I was doing. And my teacher wasn't posting her notes online like she normally does, like the ones that they did in class. So while I already had the notes and while my paraprofessional was taking notes, I was not understanding it the slightest. And I tried calling up my teacher, but she couldn't understand me. I could barely talk. It hurt, and she didn't have Skype, so I couldn't be writing like, how do you do this? How do you do that? Because I know some teachers out there will be like, they'll be able to tutor their students over Skype, I guess. But we didn't do that, and so I went a week and a half without any schooling. I did my social skills, which is what I was in special ed for, was social skills. And if people didn't already know, I have Asperger's. So that's why I'm in special ed. That's why I have a paraprofessional, or I had when I graduated. And why they would take my notes. Like, they'd take revised notes and whatnot, so that if I couldn't read my writing, I could use theirs. And my teacher sent me home with notes, but I could not understand them for the life of me. And Kira has still not replied. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Ooh, a bird. Sorry, I'm ADHD. There's a little sparrow, and he flew off somewhere. Let's see here. The next week, the day I was supposed to go back, I did try going back to school. I had a little bit of oatmeal in the morning, I remember. And then I went to school, and I got... No, wait. That was no, that wasn't Monday. Was it? No, it was on Tuesday. No, Wednesday. Yeah, it was on Wednesday. Because Monday, I remember the Monday I was supposed to go back, I didn't go back to school because I threw out blood. Called the hospital. They said that's probably just from what happened, because I had a really bad night of bleeding somewhere in there towards the end. My scabs fell off and I snore, so it was just blood everywhere. It looked like a massacre on my parents' bed because I slept on my dad's side of the bed that night. Let's see here. Yeah, the first I threw up blood, and so I stayed home the second because I threw up. And then on the 4th, why did I just say the 4th? No, on Wednesday, I had oatmeal, went to school, thought I felt fine, but then I kept going to the bathroom every 5-10 minutes during first hour, and it got to the point where I was basically no longer able to hold anything down. I just stood up, because I was in social skills class, stood up from my table, grabbed my stuff, and told my teacher, I'm going to the bathroom, then I'm going to the nurse. It was my first day back from surgery. Yeah, it was my first day back at school from surgery. And so my teacher was like, okay. So, went to the bathroom, I wound up throwing up in the bathroom. Called my dad, it's like, can you come get me? Yeah, I can do that. So my dad's at school waiting for me. I went and told the office I threw up in the bathroom. I told them where, which bathroom. They sent a janitor to clean it up. I got my off campus, grabbed my stuff, and left. And then I got a text message from my then boyfriend Dustin, and he's just like, where are you? You should be in... Well, then it was second period. I can't remember what class I had second period. I want to say I had art class. I think? I don't know. No, that was my junior year. I didn't have art class. I don't know what class I was in. I was probably in some math or science or something. I don't know. And I went home from school sick. I threw up. And he said, oh, I'm sorry. So I stayed home Thursday. And when I got in my dad's truck on Wednesday, got in, my dad's like, I have to get your mom. I'm like, what do you mean? Why do you have to go with my mom? She should be at work. Is she sick? And my dad's like, no, she hit a deer. Because my mom has to drive on the highway every day to go to work. She hit a deer on the way to work, I guess. Deer up in Minnesota are not intelligent, for those of you that had not noticed this. And, yeah. My mom called the house. I answered and stuff, and she was just like, Chelsea, why'd you answer the phone? Why aren't you at school? And I was like, I threw up. And my mom was just like, really? You've already missed 2 weeks of school, kid. Now you're missing another half a week, because we only have 4-day school weeks up here. But we have longer class periods. We go longer than what we were going. But we get out earlier, and we don't have late starts anymore. And I don't know. Mom wasn't happy. I stayed on the next day, but then I went back to school the following Monday after being out 2.5 weeks, with the exception of half a period. And my friends Kira and Dustin, the guy I was dating, they saw me in the hallway and they're like, hey, you're not dead yet. I'm just like, yeah, up yours. Thanks for the love, guys. And then my teacher started getting mad at me because I didn't have all my homework done, and it was just like, I had major surgery and I was on some pretty awesome painkillers. I was on a lot of drugs. I slept a lot. I couldn't focus. I couldn't even focus on the computer. I couldn't focus on it. I was like here, there, everywhere. So, yeah. It is presently July 26, 2015. It's 4:47. And still waiting for Kira. She gets off at 5, I believe, unless she decides to stay back and fold, in which case she'll be done about 5:15. We're gonna go out to Lax Lake, gonna go swimming because it's hotter than shit out. According to Snapchat, it's 77. According to the weather, it's 86. I believe the weather. And let's see, what else is there? My throat, because I don't have tonsils anymore, they don't swell up. And I found out I was also apparently getting tonsil stones. I guess tonsils can get stones, and I guess I was getting them, which can cause bad breath. And yeah. And then let's see here, what else? Oh, I get uveitis now instead of tonsillitis. Because I had chronic tonsillitis, I guess. And I don't have those anymore, so I can't get it. But now I get uveitis when I get sick, so if I'm sick, my UV likes to swell up. Kinda sucks. Take some Benadryl and drink a lot of fluids and suck on cough drops is what I found helps so far. Knock on wood for that one. So, yeah. I think I'm gonna end it for now for this one. I figured I should probably do the post-op one, since I did the pre-op. The pain on, I'd say the overall pain during that was probably a 7 or an 8. It sounds really bad, but I'm a wimp when it comes to pain. I got a tattoo and that didn't hurt, but this was a totally different kind of pain, so yeah.